It's a vicious circle, spin around and round. It's a kind of combination, put you 6 feet down. I got 4-round Wranglers and a pearl snap shirt. I'm spitting out blood in the Texas dirt. This ain't no kind of living, well man with sense, but I ain't never been accused of watching on a fence. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Some dusty chaps, $48 and a Stetson hat. But there's 2 more rounds of rank bulls to ride, and I'll be worth a lot more when I leave tonight. But it ain't about money, it comes from deep inside. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Got a few from bulls and 2 or 3 from bars, but that's the price I pay for fighting through the pain. There ain't never been a pussy make the Hall of Fame. Come on. Ain't Jim Chop, I ain't Chris the Do. I'm just a Carolina kid with an attitude. I was born to rock, born to ride, born to raise hell on a Friday night. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So go and open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm a cowboy.
The time? No, I can't do it. Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, it is the final round of the JSI Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Tonight, we are here in Rossburg, Ohio, the Eldora Speedway for Championship Night. 4 drivers in contention for that elusive championship. Who will be crowned your JSI 360 Winged Sprint Car Champion? We'll find out in less than 90 minutes' time. Good evening, fans. My name is Brett Wheeler. As we've got qualifying on the program right now, we've got 49 drivers that have signed in to the pit area, coming in from all over the globe. Americans well represented here tonight. I think there's 3 or 4 of them. And of course, a bunch of Australians here to tackle Rossburg, Ohio's Eldora Speedway. At the moment, sitting atop of the speed charts is Alex Attard, followed by Ross Kaiser, Sean Stevens, Braden Miller, and Leo Heaton. That was your top 5 until Lewis Clark says, yeah, nah, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to show you boys how it's done. There is your qualifying standings as it sits for the moment. We'll see if we've got another couple of cars on the racetrack right now. There is Jacob Croker. Let me tell you, that wall doesn't move, although I think he's finished his times with a 13.739. 48 cars have officially taken time, and the other 2 drivers, one is in race control tonight, and I'm not sure if the other has taken his laps already, but it's getting set for an absolute bell ringer. 5 heats on the program coming up in just a few short moments time. There'll be 10 laps of distance, top 4 going straight through to the main event. Then everybody will get put into that don't make the top 4 from the heats, so 5th on back will get put into your B mains, one of 2 B mains, which will be 13 laps, and we'll take the top 2 out of those ones as qualifying is done and dusted for the final time. And Alex Attard goes quick time with a 13.587. Lewis Clark, Ross Kaiser round out your podium. Sean Stevens, Braden Miller make up your top 5. Leo Heaton, David Clifford, Max Bevan, Riley Stewart, and Rowan Jones make up your top 10 drivers out of the 48 that took time as we get set. Heat race number 1. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Alex Attard lines up the Supreme Poultry number 53 machine from position number 1 to the outside of the front row. Driving car number 026, that'll be Leo Heaton. KB Wright lines up the 78 machine from position number 3 to the outside for Black Diamond Motorsports. Driving the 1X, it's a little hurricane of Mason Hannigan, starting position number 4. Jamie Warner rolls up the Valvoline 57 machine from position number 5 to the outside the 06 of Ryland Gray, position number 6. Joel Patel lines up the 29 machine from position number 7, driving the Cabwork Kitchens. LJR number 76 machine, Luke Johnson will start position number 8. Stephen Hately rolls off the 60 machine from position number 9, and Alex King will make up your 10 starters in heat race number 1. Good to have everybody tuned in live across Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch tonight once again. And this will be the last time you'll see JSI this season. And hopefully they come back next season bigger and better with another Sprint Car Series. When we get set, heat number 1, we're about to lead us to the green flag. What's going on, Kevin? It's a kick-ass song, by the way. Check out Dirty Grass Soul on the social media pages. Hope Gary Jones is tuned in watching the Rowan Aston out at work. No doubt there are a number of Allure Esports drivers in the field here tonight. We are green. Heat race number 1, we're underway. 10 on the board. Attard will lead us down the back straight away. Right, looking to the inside now in that 78 machine into position number 2. Heaton going to take that second spot away. Then you go back to Mason Hannigan in the 1X machine, working the Black Diamond Motorsports machine in position number 4. Attard continues to lead the way. Hannigan will have some company here in just a few moments' time if he's not careful, because Jamie Warner is closing in as he goes through to the middle of the racetrack. Attard still your race leader down the back straight away. Top 4 going straight through to tonight's main event. 35 laps will be the distance later on. Attard continuing to lead the way. 3 down, 7 to run. They start to move to the middle of the racetrack. A number of drives. Meanwhile, Allard still uses that inside line right at the centre of turn number 3 and 4 as we go down into turn number 1 and 2. Again, you see he's the lane or 2 lanes lower than what Leo Heaton is and everybody else. Right, still trying to move by Leo Heaton for that second spot on the racetrack. Heaton on the outside in the 26. Right, that's Kobe Wright in the 78, but here comes Mason Hannigan, the 1X machine again, one of probably 3 or 4 Americans in the field here tonight. Here he comes, Hannigan, up to position number 3. Wright moves up a little bit now. Here goes Hannigan to the outside, move Mason Hannigan to position number 3, but Kobe Wright still going to stick it back to the inside of the little hurricane. Now here goes a slide job by Wright, but no, Hannigan still works it back around the outside. Now Wright going to tuck him behind the 1X machine, and now Wright is going to have some company with Jamie Warner. Meanwhile, Mason Hannigan looking to move into position number 2, trying to get by Leo Heaton. A couple of laps left to run here in the opening heat race of the night. Wright protects the bottom side down into turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is out. 1 lap left to go here in heat race number 1. The Supreme Poultry number 53 machine working the back straight away for the final time. Into 3 and out of turn number 4. The checkers are out. Leo Heaton will, Alex Adab will win. Leo Heaton, Mason Hannigan. It was close at the line between the pair for second and third. Jamie Warner, Kobe Wright, that was tight as well for positions number 4 and 5. Let's go to your official results. Heat number 1, they will finish like this. Adad, Heaton, Hannigan and Warner get your top 4, meaning Wright, Gray, Battelle, Johnson, Haitley and King. 5 through to 10th will be into one of 2 last chance qualifiers. Heat number 2 will line up like this. The 111 machine or the 0 machine or the X entry of Lewis Clark will start position number 1 to the outside. The 29 of David Clifford, position number 2. Cody Lawrence lines up the 55 from position number 3. Darcy Stonehouse will start the 72 for Base Racing Fuels Australia from position number 4. Liam Russell lines up the 36 machine from position number 5. And we go back to Jacob Croker in the Elite Sim Sports number 15 machine from position number 6. JP Scheiderer lines up the YB Racing number 5 machine from position number 7. Matty Bailey lines up the M1 from position number 8. Jesse Adard will start out of position number 9, and Mark Stewart, the better of the stewards here on the service, will start from position number 10. So get set for heat race number 2. And there is Lewis Clark and David Clifford in the 39 machine. Again, there are some real good looking paint schemes out there in the virtual world. Get a big thank you to Crawford Designs, JSI Racing and Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group, SCTEG. Check them out on the social media pages. And a big thank you to those guys for their support with the series. And again, I think this is about season number 4 or so, maybe, yes, about 3 or 4 that we've covered here on UltimateDirtTV. Might even be a little bit longer than that actually, might have been 5 or 6, and we've certainly covered some racing here on Sunday evenings as we cover down the back straight away. Lap number 1 will be in the books, and Lewis Clark will lead the way. Lawrence has moved into second position. Then you go back to Stonehouse sitting in third. Now going to take over second, but not for long because Lawrence moves back to the outside. Now keep an eye on Liam Russell in that 36 machine. Charter in the 15. Working to the inside on David Cliff. And then you go back to Matty Bailey as well. He's not too far away from a transfer position, but he needs to get up on the wheel. And right now, the Liam Russell 36 machine on screen is that 4th and final transfer position at the moment. Russell and Clifford, little contact down the front straight away. Shutter moves to the inside. Keep an eye on Matty Bailey. Here he comes in that 26 machine. He's changed numbers again. He's changed more numbers than what he changed his underwear, that bloke. I'm telling you right now. Russell with a slide job there on Shutter. Russell, position number 4. Now back to 5. Now a 3-car battle for the final transfer position. Here we go. 3 wide down the front straightaway. The daily double slide job, not only by Matt Bailey, but also Liam Russell. 2 cars. Putting a slide job there on Shutter. Bailey back to the inside, back to the middle of the racetrack. And move Matt Bailey into position number 4. Shutter going around. And the YB Racing Just saying, you can't park there, and that wall does not move. Thank you, Berkey. 7 down, 3 to go for your race leader. Lewis Clark, there he is on screen right now, the Track Tech X Machine. He has had a clean set of heels so far in heat race number 2. Lawrence is in second. Third is Stonehouse. Liam Russell, Matt Bailey going to go at it once again for that fourth and final transfer position. Bailey gets a little tight down the centre of turn number 1 and 2. Drifted up the racetrack. Here comes Russell with a slide jump once again. But Matt Bailey going to try and drive it around the outside. And Bailey has position number 4 at the line. Here's your battle for the transfer position. Meanwhile, back up front, we come to the checkered flag, this time by Lewis Clark, going to win by a country mile and a half. Second will go to Lawrence. Stonehouse third. Matty Bailey going to grab 4th. Russell will come home in 5th. Croker, Stewart in 6th and 7th. Clifford, Charterer and Jesse Attard to make up your 10 cars in heat race number 2. We'll take a look at those official results on screen. There it is. Clark, Lawrence, Stonehouse and Bailey all going to the show. Everybody else, unfortunately, 5 through to 10 will find themselves in a 13-lap last chance qualifier. That'll be Russell, Croker, Mark Stewart, Charterer, Clifford and Attard as we are ready for heat race number 3, the third last heat race of the season. And Momentum Sim Sports Speed Shop 51 4R machine of Ross Kaiser starts from position number 1 to the outside the 68. The Fridge, Max Bevan, position number 2. Blake Walsh had a position number 3. Bradley Mitchell will start the 30 machine from position number 4. Ethan Bash in the 54 for Allure Esports starts position number 5, and the 75 of Kai Jensen will start position number 6. Zach Kaiser lines up the 37 from position number 7. Jeremy Keendrum will start position number 8. Brad O'Brien, the 77, will start position number 9, and Gary Chaplin will line up the 4 machine from position number 10. So a couple of Americans in this one, Kaiser and Kaiser, spelt differently, no relation. So there is Ross Kaiser on the front row along with the old Fridge of Maxi B, Max Bevan. Ted on the board, heat number 3. Oh, who's at the back having all sorts of issues? It might have been Brad O'Brien as with green flag action. And look at this great battle up front already down into turn number 1 and 2. Blake Walsh going to slide into the lead. Into turn number 3 and 4. Will he lead lap number 1? I believe he might have had it just by probably half a car length or even less. Kaiser working the cushion through 1 and 2. Kaiser and Walsh wheel to wheel down into turns 3 and 4. Kaiser having to try and drive around the 97 machine. Kaiser will lead lap number 2. Walsh back down to the bottom into turn number 1 and 2. Drifts up, leaves the lane for Ross Kaiser, and Kaiser going to shut the door down into turn number 3. Meanwhile, there's a good battle going on between Ethan Bashan and Bradley Mitchell for that 4th and final transfer position. Here comes Max Bevan coming back after Blake Walsh for that 2nd spot on the racetrack. There is your battle for that final transfer spot. Once again, Mitchell to the inside there on Basham. But Basham wheels the 54 machine back to the outside. Meanwhile, just in front of them, Bevan using the cutback line, going to take over position number 2 down into turn number 3. He'll drift it from the bottom to the top, and well, he'll stay mid-track. He won't quite go all the way up on the top side of the racetrack. And Walsh into the wall. Blake, the wall does not move. I can't tell you how many times I've told these drivers the wall doesn't move. Walsh with a slide job on Bastion and Mitchell. Both turn it back underneath him now. Mitchell, boy, that was really tight down into turn number 1. Walsh to the bottom side. Walsh back to position number 4. Walsh with a slide job once again on Mitchell. 7 down, 3 to go, a mile and a half around Eldora Speedway. Third last heat race of the season. Mitchell has got the run of the outside on Blake Walsh. Mitchell coming after Ethan Bastion once again, but Blake Walsh, the old right rear. And Bastion, he was in championship contention. Now going to get taken out of that one. The white flag is out for Ross Kaiser in the 4R machine. Looking to start from position number 3 in tonight's 35-lap main event. Down the back straightaway, Kaiser A cool, calm and collected heat race victory here for heat race number 3. Kaiser gets the win. Bevan home in second. Minchell third. Jensen in fourth. And you go back to Zach Kaiser in fifth. Brad O'Brien, Blake Walsh, Ethan Bastian, Gary Chaplin and Jeremy Keenrod will make up your 10 cars for heat race number 3. So there is Kaiser, Bevan, Minchell and Jensen going to the show. Again, Zach Kaiser, Brad O'Brien, Ethan Bastian, Blake Walsh, Gary Chaplin and Jeremy Keenrod will find themselves in a last chance qualifier. Your second last heat race of the night and the season lines up like this. For YOB Racing, it's a 26 machine of Sean Stevens from position number 1. To the outside, the 07 of Riley Stewart, position number 2. Clayton Davies will start position number 3. Daniel Hardigan will start position number 4. 69 of Craig Plater for LJR will start position number 5. Looking to make more than 5 laps. If he can make 5+ laps, that's more than what he turned last week at Lania. Brett Hobbs will start the 64 machine from position number 6. Riley Simpson will start position number 7. Brooke Marquis will start out of position number 8. Justin Wright for JWR, the 78, will start position number 9. And that will be all. Michael Rutledge obviously registered and decided that this field was too competitive. So your second last heat race of the season and the evening. He will get the job done to start outside your second row for tonight's 35 lap championship season finale. Stevens and Stewart. 10 on the ball, went green, and Stevens, well, he tried to time the start, and that obviously meant Stewart had got on the gas. Hardigan takes it back as Stewart. Stevens leads down the back straight away. Stewart taking over the race lead, and oh boy, was that Clayton Davies? That might have been Clayton Davies. It was. Hardigan with a slide job there on Stewart for the race lead as they work down the back straight away. Stewart back to the number 1 position, but Hardigan all over the back of him like a rash down into turn number 1. Another slide job move there by Daniel Hardigan, but Riley Stewart quick to work it back to the inside. Sean Stevens trying to come after it again, but Daniel Hardigan sees it one coming and turns it well underneath him. And Daniel Hardigan, Riley Stewart, Clayton Davies into the wall, Plater into the wall as well. Platty, you should know that that wall does not move, buddy. Stewart into the wall. Gives a little love tap once. That's about all he'll do. Hobbs trying to track down the 69 machine of Plater. And Plater, well, he didn't stop, so he can still keep going. We're not going to say you can't park there. But this is a key moment for Platty right now, because if he completes this lap, he's officially done more laps than what he did at Lania last week, and he will do that. 5 down, 5 to run. We go back and look at the battle on 4. Positions number 2 and 3. Stevens with a big slide job into turn number 3 and 4 there on Stewart. Stewart, as this track slickens off right now, it's going to get dicey to stay up on the top side of the racetrack, especially come your 35 lap main event. Who will be able to run the cushion and run the wall the best? Stewart down to the inside once again on Stevens. Stevens rails the cushion, then turns it back down through the middle of the racetrack there on the exit of turn number 2. With 2 laps left to go. This time by for your race leader, Daniel Hardigan. He has got a 9.5 to nearly a second lead over Stevens and Stewart, who continue to throw slide jobs galore. It's like a tennis match. You throw one, I'll throw one. It's almost like Oprah Winfrey is just handing out slide jobs between Riley Stewart and Sean Stevens as the white flag is out. 1 to go for your race leader, Daniel Hardigan. You see Stewart and Stevens on screen down the back straight away. Who's going to get it into 3 and 4? Daniel Hardigan will be victorious. Sean Stevens, Stewart, Stevens, and Stewart again. We'll get the giraffe out because that was tight. That was too close to call for the naked eye. Heat number 4 results coming up on your screen. Hardigan from Stevens and Stewart by 0.023 of a second for second and third. Davies home in 4th. Then there's a bit of a gap back to Simpson, Plater, Marquis, Wright, Hobbs. for your 9 cars. Your 5th and final heat race of the evening and the season will see Braden Miller in car number 2 from position number 1. Rowan Jones for Jones Racing in car 25 will start position number 2. Position number 3, Daniel Boyd for Vortex Sim Sports. He'll start inside second row. To the outside, Damien Powell in the 52 machine from position number 4. Jonathan McKean will start the 48 from position number 5. Ash Hammond for AHR will start the 4 from position number 6. Tyler Bish for Eldora Esports in car 41 will start position number 7. Thomas Mitchell for Vortex Sim Sports will start the 02 machine from position number 8. And Corey Borden will start position number 9. So our 4th last race for this season. Got heat 5 followed by 2 B mains, and then of course our 35 lap feature finale here at Eldora. The track is slick. It's only going to get worse. Heat 5, Miller and Jones set for a start. Green flag is out, run away. Here on championship night, Daniel Boyd down to the inside. Jones back down. Well, he cuts it back down inside, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Jones looking to lead lap number 1, and he will do so. Miller in second position now puts the 2 machine up on the top side of the racetrack with a slide job, and continuing on the slide jobs we've seen over the past couple of heat races. Once this track has widened up, meanwhile, Tyler Bish has moved into position number 3 in that Horsham Off-Road Eldora Esports number 41 machine. After starting position number 7, here comes Braden Miller on Rowan Jones. Into 3 and 4 once again. Jones still leads lap number 3. He's led all 3 laps so far, but we've still got 7 laps left to run. Jones into the wall, it doesn't move, champion. Jones can look back for the slide jump into 3. Nearly making contact with the left front. That will make Braden Miller your new race leader there at the end of lap number 3. But don't count out Tyler Bish just yet. Daniel Boyd in 4th. Borden Hammond in the 4 machine. He's got the wing tugged right back. Jonathan McKean in that 48 machine. Then you look at Thomas Mitchell, who's had a horror run. Damien Powell in 5th. Oh, Jones. Here comes Bish. The challenge is on, and the battle is on for the race lead. Bish to the inside on Miller. Bish trying to go the shortest route possible here at Eldora, but probably not the fastest line, but maybe just playing the safe way. Jones back to position number 2 as he drives around the outside, not like a trailer park girl, but like a Rowan Jones, just rolling the cushion through turn number 1 and 2. Bish again still fighting that car on the inside as Braden Miller. He was fighting all of the cushion through turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Rowan Jones. He's got a whole lot of steam coming with a lap and a half to go. Miller into the wall. Jones did very well to turn and not hit the number 2 machine. Jones with a slide job. White flag is out. Final time of heat racing in this season and tonight. Miller with a slide job on Jones. Jones once again back to the inside, down the back straightaway. Who will take out the 5th and final heat race of the night? Jones with a slide job there. Miller back to the inside. Miller gets the run job. Braden Miller will win. Rowan Jones 2nd. Tyler Bish 3rd. Daniel Boyd 4th. Then you'll go back to Corey Borden, Ash Hammond, Thomas Mitchell, Jonathan McKean and Damien Powell just coming across the start-finish line to wrap up heat race number 5. And so far, what a fantastic night it has been so far here at Eldora Speedway. Miller will get the job done by 0.084 of a second over Rowan Jones. Tyler Bish home in 3rd. Daniel Boyd 4th. Corey Borden, Ash Hammond, Thomas Mitchell, Damien Powell and Jonathan McKean getting a penalty there will come home in your 9th position. B main number 1 for 2 of these drivers after the 13 lapper will find themselves going to the 35 lap main event. Everybody else, the other 12 drivers, will find themselves packing up and getting ready for next year. Kobe Wright will start up alongside Zach Kaiser out of positions number 1 and 2. Corey Borden and Jacob Croker positions 3 and 4. Craig Plater, Joel Battelle positions 5 and 6. Ethan Bastian, Thomas Mitchell 7th and 8th. JP Schreider 9th. Justin Wright 10th. Stephen Haitley 11th. Gary Chaplin in 12th. Followed by Jonathan McKean and Jesse Attard in positions number 13 and 14. I don't have faith in you, Ross. I have faith that you'll bin it and put it into the wall. But wish you and everybody else the best of luck in tonight's main event so far. 20 drivers have locked themselves in. We've got 4 more spots up over the next 2 B mains, which will see about 26 to 28 drivers take part and only 4 go through. 12 cars, 13 laps, green flag is out. There's some problems there for Ethan Bastian, and that is going to take him out of the championship contention. There is Jacob Croker on the outside looking in. Meanwhile, Kobe Wright will lead lap number 1. Now he goes Croker to the outside on Kaiser. Zach Kaiser, one of a handful of Americans here in the field tonight. And look at the O2 machine of Thomas Mitchell. Trying to rail that top side as well. Slide job there by Shiner. They're just to your right of your screen, but you're watching the battle for starting to develop for that final transfer position. Only the top 2 going to the main event. Here goes Mitchell to the inside. Will he go the double slide job? He'll look to throw it. He completes it. And Kobe Wright turns it back underneath him. They'll nearly go 3 wide for the race lead through turn number 3 and 4. Mitchell has to check up as he had all of the speeds here on the exit of turn number 4. And Kobe Wright looking like a bit of a roadblock out there right now. But he's doing everything at the moment. He's keeping the car nice and straight. Thomas Mitchell looks like he's got a whole lot more speed, and considering that these drivers and every one of these drivers here tonight and all season long and for the longest time, it has been fixed setup racing, which means you put it back into the driver's hands. Platzi, that inside wall does not move, champion. You of all people should know that. And I was just going to commend you to say, hey, you've done 16 racing laps so far here at Eldora. That is the quadruple the amount of what you did last week at Lanier. Right, Kobe Wright, still your race leader from Thomas Mitchell. Croker into the wall and upside down, and well, going for a ride. And, well, Ohio, we have liftoff. So here's a good battle between Battelle and McKean, and it was Kaiser back up front with just 4 laps left to run. Kobe Wright has found his mojo, he's found his rhythm. Into the wall he finds himself through turn number 1 and 2. That allows Thomas Mitchell in that Vortex Simsport LCJ SpeedShop51.com entry to move into the race lead. And after starting position number 8, he made his way very quickly towards the front of the field. But there is your top 2 on screen. Just a couple of laps left to run here in our second last chance qualifier, or our first last chance qualifier, but our second last preliminary race of the evening and the season. And it's looking like that Thomas Mitchell will put that SpeedShop51.com, Vortex Simsports, LCJ Carpentry into the show. He gets through turn number 1 and 2, does it nice and easy, nice and comfortable. Into turn number 3 and 4 for 2 of these drivers. They are going to the main event. That will be Thomas Mitchell and Kobe Wright. Third will be JP Schreider, Jonathan McKean, Joel Battelle. They will be going 3, 4, and 5 will be going home, along with Kaiser, Croker, Plater, Borden, and Justin Wright. I believe it was sitting in 10th position. We'll take a look at your official results. Here it is. Thomas Mitchell and Kobe Wright. They're going to lock themselves into your 35-lap main event. For everybody else third on back, well, it's time to say good night and goodbye. B-main number 2, we'll see these drivers line up like this. Liam Russell lines up at a position number 1. Riley Simpson will start to the outside at a position number 2. Rylan Gray, position number 3. Brad O'Brien, the V77, start position number 4. Position number 5 will be AHR's Ash Hammond. To the outside, Mark Stewart lines up at a position number 6. Brooke Marquis lines up at a position number 7. LJR's 76, Luke Johnson, will start position number 8. Blake Walsh will start position number 9. Damien Powell will start out of position number 10. David Clifford will start 11th. Brent Hobbs out of position number 12. Alex King, Jeremy Keendrod, along with Michael Rutledge, to be your 15 scheduled starters. I can confirm that we've got Brad O'Brien with some issues there, and I think Brad O'Brien is done for. I'm going to say he's got some sort of wheel problems, because that car, Bradley, mate, you know we're a preacher here. You can't actually park there, mate. I think he's struggling to find the reverse. Only gets it going, and that's going to be tough luck, because the field is coming to the green flag. And that may just put him out of contention unless he somehow finds a way to avoid a big one here at Eldora. 13 laps on the board. Anything can happen in these next 6.5 miles. Green flag is out. Liam Russell leads the way. Hammond and Johnson, they'll go side by side. Johnson going to get tagged, and then Hammond gets caught up in that one. Brooke Marquis, I believe that might have been that 71 who made the initial contact on Johnson. And then, well, the hitbox between Johnson and Hammond. Oh, you can see exactly what it was. Johnson to the outside on Marquis. Down the front straightaway. Johnson's been in this position before, where he's been in a transfer position in a B main, only to be denied in the final couple of laps. But right now we're only a couple of laps in. Make it 3 laps in. There goes Blake Walsh with a slide job, and Blake Walsh will take over that second position. Johnson slides up the right rear, gives a little smooch to the concrete wall. Walsh will shut the door down into turn number 3. Now he'll in fact stay glued to the inside line as Liam Russell continuing to lead the way in that number 36 machine. Marquis to the inside as well. Will catch the concrete wall. Let me tell you, I can't tell you how many times I've said this, guys. The inside wall, it doesn't move. Same as the outside wall. You wouldn't read about it. And if you could read about it, I'll tell you where you can get it from. You can get it from the Power Plats presentation. Johnson and Powell. Powell to the inside. Damien Powell to position number 3. Johnson back to 4th. I don't think no one is going to have anything for your top 2, as we are nearing half race distance. Russell, 7 down and 6 to go. Everybody got themselves a nice little gap between the rest of the competitors. So as this track is pretty slick from top to bottom, the cushion is pretty gnarly. Best battle on the racetrack. David Clifford in the 39 machine trying to get by Luke Johnson. It's not the top 4 that go through. It's only your top deuce. Johnson to the cushion. Through the middle goes David Clifford. Here comes the 64 machine of Brent Hobbs trying to make his way into the top 5. Then you go back to the 17 of Jeremy Keendrod, who we've just seen there just towards the bottom of the screen. 10 down and 3 to go. For your race leader of Liam Russell. He's got himself about a second clear over Blake Walsh. You've seen Damien Powell on screen, the 52. Now we're back up front with just 2 laps left to run. Marquis pulls that car to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got all of the damage, yes, all of the damages. But it is going to be Liam Russell through turn number 3 and 4 to greet the white flag. You see Walsh. I'll bet you my bottom dollar he's going to throw a big slide to attempt into turn number 3 and 4. They may not be happening this time because Russell will protect the bottom side. The slide to attempt does come out from Walsh, but it's not going to have any effect. And it won't have any effect to your top 2. Russell and Walsh getting the top 2 transfer positions. And everybody finishing across the line. For the most part, the 11 cars to finish B main number 2. And that was our final B main of the season. And getting the 2 transfer positions is Liam Russell and Blake Walsh. They will start positions number 22 and 24 in your 35-lap main event. Parle, Johnson and Hobbs round out your top 5, but unfortunately those 3 drivers, along with the likes of David Clifford, Jeremy Keentrod, Brad O'Brien, Alex King, Mark Stewart, Brooke Marquis, Ash Hammond and Riley Simpson, the 13 cars that took to the racetrack in B-Main competition. Unfortunately, Gray and Rutledge did not take to the racetrack, so unfortunately those drivers are finished for this season. And well, we have a 2-minute warm-up session, but we've got a minute left. So I know we've got a couple of guys hanging out for our commercial break, so we'll step aside for about 20 seconds. Story of my life, that's all I'm good for. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. And we are back. See, 20 seconds. That's all it took. In fact, I'll tell you how long that was. That was 21 seconds. Sorry, I lied. I went quicker than usual. Alright, checkered flag is upon us. And our warm-up session is complete. And it is now time to go through your UltimateDirtTV starting grid for tonight's 35-lap main event. We'll do it like formalities like we always do, from back to front. Position number 24, it's Blake Walsh. Position number 23, Kobe Wright. Position number 22, Liam Russell. Position number 21, Thomas Mitchell. Position number 20, Daniel Boyd. Clayton Davies, position number 19. Kai Jensen, position 18. Matt Bailey, position number 17. Jamie Warner, position 16. Tyler Best, position number 15. Riley Stewart, position 14. Bradley Mitchell, position number 13. Position 12, Darcy Stonehouse. Position number 11, Mason Hannigan. Position number 10, Rowan Jones. Position number 9, Sean Stevens. Position number 8, Max Bevan. Position number 7, Cody Lawrence. Position number 6, Leo Heaton. And we move to your 5 heat race winners. Position number 5, Braden Miller. Position number 4, Daniel Hardigan. Position number 3, Ross Kaiser. Position number 2, Lewis Clark. And position number 1, the 53 of Alex Attard. 24 drivers getting set to take to the Eldora Speedway. 35 laps will be your season championship finale distance here at the JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series, brought to you by Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group and Crawford Designs. Who will it be? Will it be Attard? Will it be Clark? Kaiser, Hardigan, Miller, Bevan, Hannigan, Stewart, Bish, Bailey, Davies, Mitchell, Boyd, Wright, Walsh. I don't know, we've got 35 laps to determine it is. We are live for 35 here at Eldora Speedway. Championship race is upon us, with Alex Attard going straight down to the bottom side of the racetrack through turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Clark in that X machine for Track Tech, working to the cushion. Kaiser in second, in third position. Lewis Clark will lead lap number 1, Ross Kaiser. Well, just like Ross Kaiser would do, he would hit the concrete wall and he's going to lose several positions. He's back in position number 18. Mason Hannigan, after 2 laps, he is +6 already. Doing it just by running the inside line. Harding and Stevens, they were working wheel to wheel there on the exit of turn number 2. Meanwhile, your leader is Lewis Clark. 3 down, 32 to go. Hannigan to the inside now, and Cody Lawrence, the 1X machine of Mason Hannigan, started 11th. plus 6 at the moment at the end of 4 completed laps. Getting a little loose there was Hannigan, but he will still hold on to position number 5 in the Little Hurricane. Working up a storm, but here comes Lawrence to the outside. Down the back straight away. There's Rowan Jones there as well in that number 25 machine. 5 laps officially in the books, 30 to run. Meanwhile, Hardigan put the moves there on Adard. There was a mistake there from Adard. Just trying to play defense right now, knowing that a championship, all he's got to do is probably finish top 3, top 5, and he's got himself a championship wrapped up in the bag. Stevens sitting in 4th position, Lawrence in 5th, Jones, Hannigan in 6th and 7th. There's Clayton Davies plus 11 at the moment at the end of an 8-lap run. Make that 7-lap run, so he's passed more cars than what he's done laps at the moment. There's Minchell, started 13th, he's at a plus 4. Bish is at plus 5. How about Thomas Mitchell there on the outside? He's going to try and make it 3 wide, cuts it back down to the inside in 11th. Now make it 10th position. He is at a plus 11. Slide job there, parks it on the snout of the 41 machine of Tyler Bish. Miller, your B-main winner. Try your heat number 5 winner, taking on your B-main winner of Thomas Mitchell. Tyler Bish, one of the big movers through the heat race earlier on this evening. Now look at this great racing and great battle. 10 down, 25 to go. Hardigan, Adard, and Sean Stevens it was. They were working wheel to wheel. Adard and Hardigan to the outside. Adard, slide job down into turn number 3 and 4. Grabs the cushion. Hardigan back to the inside. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Hardigan with a short slide job there on Adard. But again, Adard gets clear on the short slider, being returned to these drivers. They know how to get around the Eldora Speedway. They know where they can and can't put their cars. And I'll tell you where you can't put your cars. Somewhere where you can't park, and that is on the racetrack. Lewis Clark, your race leader from Daniel Hardigan in 2nd. Alex Adard in 3rd. And again, that battle going on for positions number 2 and 3. Clark holds a 1.7 second advantage already. Well, mind you, we are 13, about to make it 14 laps in the books. Lawrence has got some company with the Little Hurricane of Mason Hannigan. Hannigan with a slide job there on Lawrence, but Lawrence back to the inside, and here comes Clayton Davies now. Davies getting ahead of steam out of turn number 2. Hannigan to the inside, that was Sean Stevens, I think that might have been. In that Ryobi Racing number 26 machine, he was parked on the infield, on the inside of the racetrack. 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are the cars on screen. That's your positions. Hannigan somewhat tries to shut the door down into turn number 3. There you see Braden Miller, Thomas Mitchell continuing to go at it right now. Hannigan through to the cushion, cutback line now working for Clayton Davies as Davies moves up to position number 6 and now comes after fellow pro driver Mason Hannigan. Slide job into turn number 3 and 4. Hannigan works it back down to the inside into turn number 1 and again. He'll drift it from the bottom all the way to the cushion. Davies will once again throw the move down into turn number 3 and 4 and again. Just like we've seen so many times, these drivers go from the bottom to the top, and with how slick this racetrack is right now, I'm going to say it's a pretty darn good race. Meanwhile, Daniel Hardigan, he's closed in. He's about a second, 1.5 seconds away from your race leader. As we continue to tick another lap off in the books as Hardigan. That's Bevan. Now there is Lewis Clark. It's 1.3 seconds with 20 green flag laps in the books. We've still got 15 to go. Will Hardigan close in? Let's take a look at your last lap times by. We'll see who's been the quickest car or one of the quickest cars on the racetrack. 15.2s at the moment. Hardigan, 0.012 of a second quicker. Not the quickest car. Clayton Davies with a 15.186. So you see a lot of the drivers hovering around the low 15.2s. Some drivers in the 15.3s, but I got to say, it's all about where you are on track right now. And right now, Daniel Hardigan, well, a 15.160. And again, he closes in by 0.5 tenth of a second. With no lap cars between your race leader of Daniel Hardigan and Lewis Clark. Lap traffic is about to be heavy here in just a few moments' time. You see 4 drivers not only battling for positions, but trying to stay on the lead lap. That is Darcy Stonehouse, Matt Bailey, Blake Walsh, and Ross Kaiser. I had faith that Kaiser would put it into the wall, and that's exactly what he did. Bailey to the inside on Walsh, down into turn number 3 and 4. There you see your race leader coming into screen right now. And the gap is down to 1.1 second for Daniel Hardigan on Lewis Clark. But will time run out? How much will the lap traffic affect the likes of Lewis Clark, knowing that he's got to try and find a way around it? But Daniel Hardigan, this is where he might have the advantage right now, is he doesn't have to worry about that. He can just focus on running his line. Look at this, 3 wide. And where does your race leader go? Well, he goes through to the middle. Does he slide up? He tries to slide up. Kaiser does well. Kaiser done very well to back out of it and let your leader on by. That could have got very hairy and very scary. Well, look at that, Lewis Clark. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4 lap cars in the process of about 4 or 5 laps. Oh, Bailey and Walsh coming together. They keep it going as Hardigan now working the cushion as he's gotten by a couple of lap cases. He's got to get by Bailey and Kaiser. But again, the lap's starting to tick away with 6 laps remaining for your race leader. Kaiser, well, Kaiser was just trying to stay out of the way. There was some contact with Bailey, and that forced Kaiser up the racetrack. And Daniel Hardigan, he was well aware of the situation and seen that one coming. 5 laps remaining, and it's out to a 1.4 second gap. Bailey and Hardigan. Bailey is the lap car, mind you. Hardigan in second position, trying to run down your race leader. There's your race leader. Down into turn number 1 and 2. 1.6. It's almost out to 1.6. It is out to 1.7. And Lewis Clark is driving away from everybody right now. 3 laps to go. And I'm going to wonder, and I hope that there is enough fuel in these race cars to last the full 35 laps, considering that we are so far just a lap away from going green checker. We're at a green white checker at the moment. We've stayed green for the entire main event. We go into turn number 3 and 4, and the final race of the season will go the distance, flag to flag. The white is out for Lewis Clark through turn number 1 and 2. Working down the back straightaway. Championship night here in the JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Ladies and gentlemen, bang your hands together for Lewis Clark. He is your winner here tonight. Rowan Jones home in second. Clayton Davies third. Fourth will go to Alex Allard. Fifth will be Mason Hannigan. And I've got to wonder, you see some of the drivers limping across the start-finish line. I got to say, and I'm going to throw this out there at an assumption. Well, they say never assume because you make an 8. Well, you can spell assume. If you don't know the joke, Google it. But that is done, and Lewis Clark is your victor here tonight from the Eldora Speedway. We'll take a look at your official results coming up on your screen. Lewis Clark getting the job done over Rowan Jones in second. Third will go to Clayton Davies, and yes, he is officially your hard charger tonight from position number 19 to grab third position on the podium. Alex Allard home in fourth. Mason Hannigan rounds out your top 5. Braden Miller, Riley Stewart in 6th and 7th. Cody Lawrence, Kobe Wright, and Daniel Boyd. And Kobe Wright plus 14, Daniel Boyd plus 10. What a top 10 that was. Leo Heaton, Bradley Mitchell, Daniel Hardigan, Matt Bailey, Darcy Stonehouse, your top 15. And you go back to Blake Walsh, Kai Jensen, Liam Russell, Max Bevan, Thomas Mitchell, your top 20. Ross Kaiser, Tyler Bish, Sean Stevens, and Jamie Warner. We'll go trackside right now and chat to your top 3. And we'll chat to your winner here tonight from the virtual Eldora Speedway. Lewis Clark, your main event victor. Lewis, congratulations, mate, on the checkered flag. And well, 35 laps, not a bad way to finish off the season. Not a bad way for yourself to come away victorious here tonight.
Yeah, didn't think I'd have the pace for Alex actually, but yeah, just stuck it up the top. And that went flag to flag, which is pretty rare in our leagues. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Mate, there was a point with about probably 10 to go. Harding was closing in, and then you come to about 3 or 4 lap cars. What was going through your mind at that point? Because when you got someone closing in on you, half a tenth a second each lap, it starts to pile the pressure back on, back into your hands.
Yeah, I did see someone there. I didn't know who it was, but yeah, getting to lap traffic was a bit hairy there. At one point, I think I touched Ross and almost caused a bingle there, but he was good enough to back off. And yeah, we sort of got past those couple and then got another rhythm going. So yeah, worked out good.
Well, mate, congratulations on the win here tonight at the Eldora Speedway for Championship Night. Again, a couple of sponsors on this race car, but anyone else that you'd like to give it a shout out to while we've got this opportunity for you?
Yeah, just thanks to JSI for running a really good league, yourself for broadcast, and Track Tech Motorsport. Thank you.
There we go. Lewis Clark, ladies and gentlemen, home in first place. Home in second place tonight will be the 25 machine of Rowan Jones, and he moves up at a +8. And after coming home second in heat number 2, he finds himself second here tonight. Rowan, you've got to be happy about this second place feature result here.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was a hard race to come from 10th. Luckily, there was a little bit of an incident in front of me, and I just picked my way through the field. Track got pretty slick there at one stage, so it was a pretty tough track to race on.
But I got to ask you, was fuel an issue for you guys in that 35 lap main event? Because we did go flag to flag.
Yeah, no, it was sort of getting near the end. I think I had 0.5 of a gallon left. By the time I crossed the finish line, I went across on the white flag with 1 lap to go. So I thought, I got enough room to keep the podium, so I'd stay down the bottom of the second. So I think I got lucky when Hardigan ran out.
Yeah, buddy, well, look, well done on finish on the podium here tonight in the final round of the series, mate. A good-looking hot rod, good-looking, there's some good sponsors on this race car, no doubt. Some wonderful people that help make this happen for you.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all the guys at Rubbish Brothers Racing, always there to help us out with anything that we need. I would also like to thank Michael Holmes Racing for the sponsorship on this, and just Michael Holmes and his family, Renegade Racing Lubricants.
All right, there we go. Rowan Jones home in third place here tonight. Home in fourth place tonight. And your hard charger from position number 19 all the way to position number 3 at a +16. It's Clayton Davis. Clayton, congratulations on the podium and congratulations on hard charger. But you're making things difficult for yourself.
It seems like the run of fashion lately. I haven't had really the best luck in anything I do.
How do you fix that?
Be better. Get good.
Get good.
Just obviously work on my quali game. Work on my heat races and try and get to the fixed lines and not make mistakes. Just be better.
Wait, do you feel having that pro license, the added pressure that comes with it, knowing that everybody's out to get you, does that come with that added pressure?
Yes and no. I think it's more of a pressure on myself to perform. Yeah, now there's only 3 Australians to hold a pro license at the current stage. It's kind of like everyone looks to you to be the standard, and it's kind of disappointing in yourself when you can't live up to that standard sometimes. But we'll try and push harder and make sure that we're up the front. I think that I did pretty well to bring it back from, I think it was 19th or something to 3rd. But yeah, just to be better.
Wait, I sort of asked Rowan this, that you guys, you must have been cutting it close on fuel, considering that we went 35 green flag laps.
Yeah, I wasn't letting off. There was no stage of that. It's like if I was going to run out, I was going to run out. But yeah, we were running pretty close. I wasn't going to she wasn't letting off. I was going to the front. Didn't care if I ran out of fuel trying it, but I was going to throw everything I had.
Mate, what was going to be what was the game plan at the start of that 35 lap journey, considering that, you were starting, well deep back in this field?
Have fun. The last, obviously the next race that I'll be doing is Pro Series, so just trying to enjoy it and move around and just feel feel out the steering, just try and just have fun. I think you can't take all these races too seriously, and you really need to just let loose and not hang stress on your shoulders coming into the big races. So yeah, just the objective was to have fun and try and get a decent finish out from, let's say, a shit start.
All right, well, look, well done on hard charges tonight, and well done on coming home in third place here tonight, Clayton. No doubt, a lot of sponsors on this race, a lot of great people behind the scenes that make this possible for you.
Thanks, mate. I'd like to thank you for putting on the broadcast every week. All the guys at JSI for putting on the series this year, or the multiple series this year. Sponsor-wise, I'd like to thank Western Machine Shop, Atlantic, Hobbs Trenching and Boring, Sydney Computers, AJ Insurance, Transform Media, Hot Lap, SRT Australia, Gauge 7 Design, CD Cinematography, ABR Setup Shop, Locked On Lads, and Slick Apparel.
Well, there we go. Clayton Davies home in third place. And well, let's bring in your season champion after coming home in fourth place here tonight. I believe he has wrapped up the championship. Alex, congratulations first on fourth place tonight, but I believe more importantly, congratulations on the championship.
Cheers, Brett. It was good to finally do a whole season of a league and get somewhere. So just put a lot of races together and just held my composure in a lot of them and try not to get taken out, but it all mattered where I was finishing in each race for the points.
It's been a pretty good, probably 4.5 hours for you so far. I mean, yeah, you picked up a 410 Aussie title, and now you pick up a 360 championship. Everything going right for this 53 team?
Yeah, I've ever since I've moved, I've actually had a little bit more time for myself on the sim, and then going to work on the actual race car, and more time on the sim. It's actually gotten me a little bit better, and I'm up there with some of the best in the Pro Series and on some tracks, and with some of the boys as well. Always with Shoot and Davies, always testing, trying to help them out, and it's good to be on par at least with some of them boys that have some good speed.
Well, mate, congratulations on the fourth place finish here tonight, but more importantly, again, congratulations on the championship. One final time, Alex, no doubt some sponsors and some people to thank on this race car.
Yeah, cheers. I just want to congratulate the boys on tonight's race. Unfortunately, just ran out of fuel towards the end, just over the line. Good win to Lewis. Good run to Rowan and Davies as well, rounding out the podium. Everyone that came and did the league all season. Supreme Poultry, Blackshore Smash Repairs, just everyone watching. You guys are putting the stream on, Brett. The guys at JSI did a pretty good job at putting this on week in, week out. And yeah, hope to see everyone back next time.
Is there one more sponsor? Supreme Pet Food?
Yeah, Supreme Pet Food. Yeah, that's in the lurch. It's just a little shop. We do a lot of bulk pet food and stuff like that for dog food and stuff. So yeah.
All right, well on the championship, and I'll hopefully see you back next year.
Cheers, Brett. I'll catch you later.
There we go, Alex Allard, ladies and gentlemen, your season champion for the JSI Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series, and that will wrap up the post-race coverage. Of course, top three going to Lewis Clark, Rowan Jones, and Clayton Davies. Of course, we just spoke to Alex Allard, who was your SCTG JSI Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Champion after, I want to say, 9 weeks of hard action here on UltimateDirtTV. Again, a big thank you to, of course, JSI Racing, Crawford Designs, and Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group for their support on the series. We hope to be back next year on Sunday nights with them once again. Until next time, on behalf of the team here at UltimateDirtTV and the management behind the scenes, we're going to be taking off for about 14 or so hours. We'll be back tomorrow night or tomorrow morning, our time, for World of Thunder's Championship night.